So check out what I got. These wonderful folks sent me these socks to try for free. I did a review on them.
Hi, welcome to my channel, My New Me, where you get to watch as I try to make sense out of the chaos that has become my life and my home. How lucky are you?
They also sent a package for the boy to try. Curious to see how he makes out. See how coordinated I am with, I can open the package one-handed. Curious to see how he makes out wearing them to work, walking in the snow. They're nice and soft. Are these your socks? Excuse me. What you doing? So kind of sent. Looks like they sent every. Is this one yours? You want to wear it? Let's see if Addie will wear it. So they have different colors. They have white and black and dark gray. I asked for dark gray or black. So they have the no-show socks. They're like ankle height. That's slightly higher than the no-show. And then the full, they can't see through the back of your head. And then the full socks. So we're going to see how they look. What do you think about it? Yeah. Do you like those socks? Yeah. You put them on Addie's feet and see if they work on Addie's feet. Let me have the foot. I want the foot. No, you don't want that? Okay. Okay. Is that what we want? A little chin scratching? Yeah, we have those chin scratching. Can we shake? How do you do? Let me have your paw. I want your paw. No, we aren't attacking. Hey, you got claws out. No claws. Good girl. No claws. We'll play, but no claws. No. Yeah, you know better. Okay. So, these are the socks. We'll see how they... It's not your sock. It's my sock. See how they feel. They seem very cushiony. Very soft and cushiony in the soles. That's mine. Is it your sock? Okay, I'll wear this one. Let's go up the ankles. Looks like they sent one of every style. That's kind of cool. Hey, that's my sock. What are you doing? Hi? You clean your tail? Can I help you? I put all the way up here because the carpet is too dark to see them. These are kind of cushiony. We'll see how they work. And now let's flash forward a couple of weeks. So I've worn each pair twice. They've all been washed 3 times. I washed them once before I ever even started wearing them, and then after each wearing, except for this pair. This pair I've worn the 3rd time and haven't washed it yet. I mean, I'm going to be as honest about them as I have been about everything in my life. They are pretty nice socks. I do like them. Are they the only brand of sock I'll ever want to buy? Unfortunately, no. I don't like the no-show socks. And the boy had the same thing. They fall down off your heel. So that I got, 10 feet down the hall, and it was bunched up in the ball of my foot. The sock was. I had to take my shoe off, pull it back up, put my shoe back on. That just doesn't work. He had the same problem. He had to pull it back up 3 times just walking to work. And he was an hour into his shift and just took them off and threw them away. And he said it was more comfortable to wear the sneaks without socks than to have to constantly keep pulling these up, because they would ball up, like they would slide down off the heel and ball up in the arch of the foot. So these aren't doing very well. That happened the first time I wore them. I washed them, dried them, tried to stretch them out like beforehand to see if that would help. Same thing happened. So these socks are kind of crappy. But also you kind of see, I don't know, I'm hoping you can pick that up. Let me try more light. Yeah, I think that helps a little. This is 2 wears and 2 washings. And I didn't even wear these that long. These I wore longer. And you can see how they're pilling up.
And I just washed them with my regular clothes and dried them in the dryer. So I'm not sure how long they're going to last. So these are no-go. So MD people, they're called MD. They are bamboo socks. Naturally comfortable, moisture wicking socks. And I will link all their stuff in the description box below. But the no-show socks are a no-go. They fall down off the heel and they are just uncomfortable to wear. These stayed where you put them. They're comfortable. They are cushiony on the bottom. The soles are like thicker than the top, and they feel really good on your feet. They kind of feel almost like they're hugging your feet without constricting them, if that makes sense. I hate feeling like my toes are being pinched in the sock. I did not get that feeling from these whatsoever, yet it felt like they were hugging my feet in giving them support. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but they did feel good. I walked over to the boys' work one day and ended up walking through little mud puddles and had to go through snow that was ankle deep. My shoes were soaked. The bottom of my pants were soaked. The outsides of these socks were damp, but my feet were not wet after doing it. The moisture wicking thing that they say they can do, there, it says it's moisture wicking, but the moisture wicking thing that they says they can do does work. It does do that. One thing I liked about all three of these, when you put them on and you put them in place, they stayed. You know, there's no, even sleeping in them, you know, I move a lot in my sleep and my feet move a lot, and socks get twisted where your heel is up on top of your foot or one sock is half off, and these socks stayed in place. They stayed where I put them, and they didn't feel like they were, you know, really constricting my foot or uncomfortable about it. I went through a period of very swollen feet and ankles while I was wearing these. They didn't cut in, but they didn't get stretched out. As you can see, when you wash and dry them, you can see a little bit of the difference here. When you wash and dry them, well, you can see if I had it in camera shot, they kind of go right back down to their normal size, their original size. So these are the same size, but yeah, I keep moving the socks instead of the camera. That makes sense. But these I wore without washing and drying, so that's where my foot stretches them out to. And these I've washed and dried, so they shrink right back down to their regular size. They're pilling up pretty bad. So that kind of makes me think they aren't going to continue to stay looking pretty good. And this is only 2 wearings and 2 washings. On the bottom they have a cool, it says plus MD. Not really sure what that stands for, but green, so it's not really brass and tacky looking. These socks did pretty good. I wore these also when my feet and ankles were swollen. And they look really small, but they stretch out and they fit you well when they stretch out. I'm not going to show you my feet because that's a lot of bending. But they do, I mean, they stretch out pretty good. And they just feel comfortable. They hug you and give you support without being uncomfortable about it, without, you know, squeezing too much. Do you see all the pilling? That's 2 washings. Now I walk on these carpet in just the socks all day long. You know, I only wear shoes when I go outside. So that is a lot of carpet walking. When I put them on, I've got them on usually all day and all night. So, but, I don't know. But the top did not stretch out when I wore them. This part did not stretch out. And it didn't, one thing about higher socks like this, a lot of times they will kind of give you the elephant ankles around the ankle. These did not do that. I slept in them. They didn't twist around. They didn't come half off. They fit pretty good. The sweating, it's supposed to, so supposedly they eliminate sweating. That did not happen for me. My feet do sweat at night, which is why a lot of times socks go on, they come off, they go on, they come off. You've seen that with my house cleaning videos. There's socks everywhere. And it's because when my feet are swollen and the swelling starts to go down, I'm talking with my hands, so, but when my feet are swollen and the swelling starts to go down, my feet sweat a lot. These did not prevent my feet from sweating. They were still really sweaty. However, the socks didn't get wet with the sweat, so it didn't dry my feet off. I had to take the socks off because my feet just felt like they were, I don't know, like they were soaked inside the sock. But as far as the smelly feet, I don't know about that. It's supposed to help eliminate odors on your feet. The boy and I have always been very lucky. I think it's just our genes or, chemistry or who knows what. But neither of us have really ever had very smelly feet. So that I don't know. I'm not noticing, our feet don't smell, our shoes don't smell, so I don't know if that helps with that or not. But it did not prevent sweating. The no-show socks are crap. The boy actually they're the same quality. They just slide down off your heel all the time and bunch up in the arch in your shoe. And that is just uncomfortable to wear. So, uncomfortable enough the boy just threw his away and went barefoot inside his sneaks at work. And to walk home in the snow that way. So these don't get them. Or MD socks, you need to fix that. You need to make it. And the boy wears no-show socks all the time. That's what he does wear. And I wear no-show socks all the time. And these are the only ones I've ever had that happen with. So you need to fix that design a little bit. But everything else I liked. I like the way they feel. They're warm without being really thick. So they don't feel like you're trying to put a pair of too small shoes on over them. And some socks are really thick and they make your shoes feel like they're too small. These don't do that. They did not stop my feet from sweating, but that was also when my swelling was going down, and that just happens. But they stayed in place when I put them on, except for the no-show. These others, when I put them on, they stayed where I put them. They weren't irritatingly falling around and sliding all over the place. This pilling, but I noticed the pilling is on top too. This is the top of the foot. I don't walk on the top of my feet on the carpet. So I don't think it's just from walking on the carpet all the time.
Now, I am washing my clothes in the hotel's industrial washer and dryer, so maybe that has something to do with it. However, I'm washing all of my clothes in the same washer and dryer in the same load, and the rest of my clothes are not pilling like this.
So that's my opinion, and the boy pretty much agreed with everything I said. So he did like these. He prefers no-show socks. But he did wear these. He said they did feel good on his feet. And they kept feeling good, even with a 12-hour walking to work in the snow, 12-hour shift, and walking back home. His feet were not soaked. His shoes were still soaked. The outside of the socks were damp, but his feet were not soaked, which is a good thing. I don't know how they do that, but they did it. So his feet don't sweat, so he doesn't have a problem. And the smell, we have no idea. We don't have a problem with that. So
one other thing I should mention, I did not look up the price of these. I tend to be very cheap. Some may call it frugal. I call it being a cheapskate. And I did not want the price to color my opinion. I really wanted this review to be based solely on the quality of the product.
I will put a product link in my description box below. I will also link their Facebook page. But it says they're made from bamboo. It's known for its lightweight and durability. This breathable fiber helps keep your feet cool and fresh. The porous nature of rayon from bamboo gives it a nature ability to wick moisture away from your body, so your feet stay cool, dry, and comfortable. Our soft, eco-friendly rayon from bamboo yarn is sourced from self-replenishing, non-rainforest tropical bamboo. And it says machine wash with light colors and tumble dry medium, which is what I did. And it's still pilling up like that. So, honestly, it looks like I've owned them for a year, if not, only worn them twice. However, that's just the appearance. The feel is still like they're brand new. The cushion of them and the stretchiness and the way they retain their shape after washing, that all feels like it's brand new. It's just the surface that is pilling up. So, take that as you will.
So would I recommend these? I don't know. I'm kind of torn with these. They feel really good. They just kind of look a little crappy after wearing them for a while. So if they could, MD people, if you could fix the no-show socks and fix the pilling, then I'd be saying yes, well worth whatever they cost and well worth the effort to buy them. But with those two issues, I guess it's your call. At least you're aware now of what you'll be getting, but they do feel amazing on your feet. And I've worn them several more times since this video, and they still feel really good. They just don't look all that great. Thanks for watching. Take care and toodles.